Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Quest Board's The Rats Invited. My name is Tesia Brandenburg, and I'll be your DM for the day.
I'm Mandy Chandler, and I will be playing Fairies Lichtwald again.
I'm Ben Riley, and I continue to have to be Clyde.
I'm Izzy DeCorso, and I guess I'll be London, Yorkshire.
Fantastic. All right. Last session, just as a quick recap, we started off right after you guys received the letters saying that you guys were invited to this grand masquerade ball in Julian Dieter, I'm gonna kill my...
Dieter? I hardly know her.
No.
Oh, man.
Julian Dieter's name, and you were all invited. Well, I mean, you were invited, Clyde, but you invited your two other friends as well. You guys went down and met Greta, learned a little bit about the spider union that happened, and you got some fancy outfits made by her for 900 gold. And then you did some jewelry shopping. You know, you guys immediately stereotyped a guy for saying, "Hey, sweet cheeks," and then...
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Pardon us.
After that, you two, Clyde and London, robbed him. Well, London robbed him and Clyde distracted him and then paid him 100 gold because he figured out that this guy was selling jewelry from his dead wife and son after they died in the spider union. And after this happened, it was devastating. You paid him a lot of gold. Meanwhile, Ferris was getting scammed out of money. She bought a blue ring, a blue necklace, and some blue earrings, and got her ears pierced all in the same section when she just came for a ring. You guys all went to... Well, actually, you went and got masks from the Spirit Hallows Eve, and then after getting masks, you went to bed for the night. You got a message, Clyde, from your sister, Helvetica, checking in on you. And it didn't go great. That's okay. Everybody else went to bed. You guys went down to the mainland of Turgos in the next morning, traveling back through inland Turgos where you avoided the mining town thanks to some of Clyde's illusions magic. You got down to it, and then all of a sudden Clyde's voice switched up a little bit. And he started acting a little bit different. You guys got there, met some of the automatons that were letting you in. You two got taken to your room, and Clyde, you got told to go to dining hall number 2, where you were going to have dinner with your family. And you had a scuffle with your brother, with words, of course, because that's what you guys do best. And then you heard your father come in saying, "My son!" And you said, "Hello, father." And that is where we left off last session.
Oh, I'm so excited to pick up from there.
Oh, I can tell, Ben. You feel... Oh, are you looking at your father, or are you avoiding
No, eyes down.
I figured as much.
No.
You hear loud, heeled, fancy shoes clacking against the ground, and you feel a strong hand on your shoulder. And you can smell your father with these very rich tones coming off of his suit. You can smell the slight burnt of his outfit getting freshly ironed just a minute before. He just goes, "Well, it's good to see you."
Yes. Thank you for the party.
Well, of course. You and your siblings are getting along now, right?
As well as we can.
Right. Well, go give your mother a hug.
Yes, sir. I go give my mother a hug.
Okay. You finally look over and you see your mom dressed to the nines, of course. She has these big heels that make her even taller than before. She has this long flowing red dress that has a train flowing behind her. A deeper neckline, except for, not scandalous. Mm-hmm. She has sleeveless arms. She has some silver cusps on her wrists, and various different jewelry all over her as she looks at you and gives you this very obviously fake smile. And she gives you a big hug with her manicured nails, patting you on the back. She goes, "Well, my son."
Yes, it's very good to see you, Mother.
"It's good to see you. You brought guests."
I did.
"Well, why didn't you bring them to dinner?"
we traveled a while to get here. I figured they could use some rest, settle in.
Right. Sit down now.
I said.
Great. You sit, your brother and sister and their partners and son follow along, sitting down. Your dad sits at one end of the table, your mother sitting at the other, looking at each other. And your dad just goes, "Well, this is nice, isn't it?"
I just nod.
Yeah, everybody else at the table also nods. He goes, "Great," and he claps his hands twice, and you see his various different automatons start to bring out different dishes of food. There's a variety of meats. There's a ham and a steak and different things. There's potatoes of all assortments, various different vegetables. There's some fruit platters on the side. He goes, "I know that you will all be eating at this party, but eat now as a family, right?"
Yes, sir. And I sort of like, I serve a plate and I just sort of like poke at it with my fork.
Great. As you serve a plate, you see everybody else follow suit and starts serving their own plates as well. And Alyosha's, your dad, not Junior, looks at you and just goes, "What you did out there was quite impressive, I've heard."
Yes, thank you for your praise.
Of course. Well, we love having somebody with the Dieter name doing something so heroic.
Clyde is like gripping the fork. If he was strong enough, it would be bending, but he's not.
You can see your dad kind of clocks that as you grip harder on your food, just looking down at it, but not bringing any attention to it. He just goes, "Tonight's about us as a family. And of course you as a hero."
Well, I am glad to put my talents to use.
Yeah, well, we'll see what else you can do around here after the party's over.
He like his eyes twitch, both of them. They twitch. He's like,
Right?
I'm sorry, I haven't been introduced. And I like gesture to my siblings' partners.
Great. Yeah, your brother straightens up a little bit. Looks over. I should have named his wife. I forgot.
Misogynist. Jeez.
Misogynist. He
You
doesn't
hate
care
women.
about his
You
wife.
never name women.
I never name women.
Like there's this guy and a woman, and
There's this guy, and he hates his wife. So she doesn't get a name. And your brother looks and he goes, "This here is Esther. We've been married for 20-some years."
a pleasure to meet you, Esther.
She just nods her head at you, not saying anything.
I'm sure you put together. I am the younger brother of Aloysius Jr.
She just gives you this fake smile and nods her head at you.
And I turn to the other
Yeah.
partner.
Helvetica also stands and motions towards her husband. She goes, "Well, this is Darfin. And my son, Julian."
He like throws up in his mouth like a little bit.
And Darfin just goes, "It's very nice to meet you."
You as well.
And you see Julian, he's 20-something in elf years, so a youngin'. And he just looks up at you and he goes, "Nice to meet you."
Yes. I like start stabbing my food.
Young Julian is right across from you.
Yeah.
At the table as well.
When do the festivities start?
Your dad goes, "Oh, right, the important stuff. Well, they'll start in about 30 minutes or so, but we'll take whatever time we need here and make a grand entrance, of course. I'll expect you to make a speech on your heroics and how it relates back to what you've learned from our family. Understood?"
Of course.
Good. Well, all right then. Enjoy your food. How have things been? heard you were working down at some railroads.
Yes, I worked for the railroad for about 9 months. Doing inventory and such.
25 years of school got you there.
Well.
Your brother kind of cracks a smile at that.
Got me there, and then I became a hero, so I suppose it's all worth it.
All right. Well, you did become a hero, sure. We're gonna keep you one. You understand?
With all due respect, sir, he gets like a weird amount of confidence. What have you done to help me along my way to begin with?
You would be nothing without me.
I am nothing
You
with
better
you.
watch your tone.
I think it's time I retire to my room.
I think you're gonna stay right there.
I don't think you can make me.
All right. I'm gonna have you roll a save really fast.
Cool.
We roll a wisdom saving throw, my wizard.
My wizard.
I'm a wizard.
My wizard.
My wizard.
You have
Tips
high
and
wisdom and it's a
horrible
high
for
DC, so we'll see.
Nat 20.
You, in the past, when you've lived in your parents' house, when your dad told you something to do and you tried to fight against it, he made you do that. He's a very powerful enchantment wizard. He could almost get you to do whatever you wanted. But now with this newfound confidence, you hear him go, sit down.
And I stand up.
Oh, that's beautiful. You stand up and you see this look of shock for a second. He goes, if you ruin this for us, you won't be walking out of this building.
I am here to be on my best behavior, but I do not think that the environment of this dinner is good for me, so I'm going to leave. I'll see you at the party.
You're dismissed.
I like gesture to everybody, and I get out of there.
Great. You start beelining it out of there.
Yeah, the moment I get out the door, I do like vomit in a plant.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, immediately sick to your stomach. You hear the big doors slam behind you. As you're vomiting in the plant, you hear footsteps of an automaton walking down the hallway, and then you see a rag put in front of your face, and he goes, "For you!"
Thank you. And I like wipe myself off. Oh, here you go.
Thank you for the rag.
Would you mind showing me to my guests' rooms?
Yes, of course. Come on.
Thank you.
Great. And he starts walking down the hallway, ahead of you, keeping with your pace still, as you go. And you eventually get down to the nicer guest room hallway, and he turns and he points towards the door. He goes, "This is Ferris Lichtwald's room."
Thank you. And where is London's?
"Oh, yes." And he, like, moves his hand up and down.
Could you just point to it?
The lesser guest rooms.
Why?
Well, we felt that is where he would fit in best.
I'd like for you to make arrangements right now to have both of my guests in matching rooms.
Of course. What room would you like? And he just points to the various different rooms down the hallway.
Just the one. I point like one door over.
He goes, "Wonderful, that can be arranged." And you see him like knock on the door, and he opens it, and you can hear somebody inside, and he goes, "I am so sorry, this room is no longer available to you. We will find other arrangements." And he just walks inside and starts grabbing their bags and stuffing things inside. And you see this person you don't really know, they look rich to some assortment, walks out of the room looking irritated. He walks over to another empty room and gives them another key. He goes, "I will go get him."
Thank you.
"Of course." And he starts walking down the hallway.
Okay, I'm gonna knock on Ferris's room.
You eventually got Oliver to stop eating your stuff. And you're just sitting there with Oliver trying to keep his head from eating the rest of the sheets as you hear a knock on your door.
Oliver, stay put. And I'll get up and go to the door.
Okay.
Hello. How are you finding your room?
I think it's very nice. Clyde, how was dinner?
Awful. Thank you for asking.
Okay.
I'm gonna get London in here. We're gonna have a little heart-to-heart before the party starts.
Good idea.
Yeah. And I wait for London to arrive.
As you two turn around to go into Ferris's room, you see Oliver eating the rest of the
Stop doing that!
That's okay.
London, you're sitting in your room getting adjusted. The bed's more comfy than most beds you've slept in. It's still not great, but whatever. And you hear a knock on your door, very uniform, just
get up and open it.
You see the automaton standing there. He goes, "Hello! Sir Julian has requested for you to be moved to a higher room. I can help you with your stuff."
Sure. I'll just grab the satchel I had, hand it to him.
He takes it, he tidies a couple things in the room, dusts some things off. He goes,
I didn't even touch that.
he goes, "Let's go!"
Alright.
And he starts walking you down, and you get to the room right next to Ferris's, and you guys inside the room can hear an automaton go, "This is your room. What is your name?"
York.
"Just York. Wonderful." And you
All right.
Yippee!
You see him kind of zone for a second, and then he goes back and he bing, pulls out a key and hands it to you. He goes, "This is your room. I believe Sir Julian went into the other room." And he points to Ferris's door.
Thank you.
"I will be back in." He looks at not a watch on his wrist. He just looks down like he's been programmed to act as human as possible. Looks down and just goes, "I will be back in about 10 minutes to get you for the ball.
Alright. I'm gonna grab my bag from him.
Have fun. Goodbye." And he starts walking down the hall.
I'll throw my bag on the bed, close it, knock on Ferris's door.
Okay.
Clyde, can you hold Oliver? And I'm gonna run to the...
Yes.
What? That's the noise.
Clyde, he doesn't know how to, touch the...
Will you roll animal handling for me?
Oh, man. I guess I can.
Yep.
That's pretty good. 17.
Wow.
17. He's not happy, but he's letting you keep his head there.
I don't stop him from eating the
Okay.
sheets.
You're holding his head, but he's just
Yeah.
eating them sheets.
I'll open the door for London, and the first thing I say is, "Have you got any cheese?"
Yeah.
Finally.
Somebody finally asked. Yeah, he'll just reach into one of the 87 pockets.
Wonderful.
Already half of them are filled up from food.
Yes.
I like the idea
Just
that
cheese.
the pockets become like a
Thank you,
curse.
London. And she's gonna go and
It's good.
try and get Oliver to eat the cheese instead of the sheets.
We roll animal handling with advantage.
With advantage.
Because he's your deer.
He's my dear elk.
I love that we call him a deer.
How did I roll threes both?
Oh, no.
Oh no.
That's a 3.
Yeah, whose dog is this?
Whose dog is this? He's really liking these sheets, and you can tell that Clyde is not stopping him at all from eating these sheets. He could probably, but he's not.
I'm so sorry. I'll put the cheese in my bag for later.
Great.
It's fine. You just ask one of them automatons, and they'll replace those sheets for you whenever you need.
Do you just have a storage room?
You ask if the Dieter family has anything, and the answer is yes.
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
I believe so.
Right. Well, would you care to share with us what happened at dinner?
Not particularly, but I would like to talk about what's going to happen at the ball, as it were. At some point, I'm going to be required to make a speech, and my tongue might get the better of me, and there may be some disapproval. In which case, I don't know. There might be a bit of a scuffle. Just do what you do best when that happens, I suppose. I just want you to be prepared.
Alright.
Good to know. Do you need assistance?
No, I don't need assistance. I just want you to be ready for things to sort of pop off, as it were.
Well, I've never been to a masquerade ball before, as you know.
It should be mostly fine. These rich people are so stuck up about decorum that I think it'll be fine. But just in case, my parents hate my guts. I think that's important for you to know.
Well,
And,
It's alright. I mean, we can be annoying, at the very least.
that sounds good to me. There's a couple of things that you notice about Clyde. When he walks, his boots don't make noise anymore. And his skin, which was so clear, he's got these like bags and wrinkles. And his mustache is gone. There's a couple of things that you sort of start to figure out like are illusions that he puts on that are just gone right now. And he looks so tired. I hope you all have fun. That's about all I meant to say.
are you going to have fun?
Oh, probably not.
If you need to get away at any point, we are here.
We could have like a signal. Wouldn't that be nice?
Alright,
Like
what's
a-
the signal?
That's
like
a good
that.
question. What do you
Oh boy.
what do you think? What should I could do something silly with my hands. I could make a noise.
Well, bird noises are common, but that might be obvious.
How about we all mimic Oliver?
Eat some sheets.
We all go, meh.
Meh.
Well, so the thing
Like that?
the thing about
Yes!
the thing about a signal is it's supposed to be subtle. And if we're in a large group of people at a party and for some reason the three of us go meh, that's going to be alarming for some people, I believe.
Alright, so like a hand signal or something?
Yeah, I like that. How about if I put my hand behind my head with my fingers up above like this,
Like a peacock.
like some sort of large, beautiful bird. That means cause a ruckus, I think.
Or like an elk!
Oh, there you go. If
I
I
like that.
if I hold my hands up to my head in surprise, like
an
this,
Like
which
an
is
elk.
which as far as they know is just a thing I do.
Yep.
Cause a ruckus.
Alright.
Oh, I'm kind of nervous, but this sounds fun.
It's like a game, for sure. You're gonna love it. Well, I am supposed to go and probably give a speech, so I'm gonna go throw up again and then sit in my room and wait. Goodbye.
Clyde, you walk out the door,
Mhm.
letting go of Oliver. He makes another meh as you
I know
as you
all
go.
of it.
Oliver and Clyde just become the best of friends. You walk out. You see an automaton getting ready to walk down the hallway, and it kind of gives a wave to you.
I wave. I guess.
Great. And you're just throwing up again and going to your room?
Yeah. I throw up in another plant.
Okay, great. The house is going to smell horrible.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
If nothing else, this is what I will accomplish.
You'll make this whole house smell like throw up. You start heading down to your room. Are you going to your room?
My room, yeah. Which is in like a separate building.
Yeah.
Like it's like a long walk.
Yeah. You just start walking. You
Yeah.
just start going down to your room. And I'll get back to you.
Okay.
Ferris in London, Clyde does this and leaves out of the room, saying he's going to throw up and go in his room and wait. What are you doing?
Well, the robot thing said be ready soon, I think.
Well, I'm already dressed, I suppose. I'm gonna like go into my like bag and like get like the second pair of jewelry that you got me and like put it in one of my pockets and I'll go just in case.
Good, good. Do I look alright? She looks pretty disheveled.
Oh well, I suppose there's a few things I could fix. I'll like tuck in your shirt and try to like
Zhuzh him up a little
zhuzh
bit.
him up a little bit.
Oh boy. You're getting zhuzhed up. And as that's happening, you guys hear a uniform knock knock on your door. Well, on Ferris's door, I guess.
Well, that was quick. I'll go to the door and I'll answer it.
You see the automaton and he goes, "Are you two ready?"
3. I point at Oliver.
Oh, yes. Are you 3 ready?
I believe so.
Yep.
Wonderful. Follow me.
I would have loved so much if the automaton just went, "Oh!"
Oh,
Oh, right. 3.
follow me. You guys just following him?
Follow.
Yep.
He starts to walk you. It's quite a long walk, but you can see that people are now being let into the gates, and people are starting to join you in this walk. Automatons are leading various different people. There is a lot of them. You figure that you have about the same one every single time, but you can't really tell them apart from each other as they start to walk you down to this other big building completely separate from the main building that people are starting to filter into slowly. You can see as you walk up to the doors, you hear a little like sparkle in the air as you see a little ferryman dressed in an all white suit. He has a very long coat. It has golden variations, and you see he put a little gold star on his suit for Clyde. His hair is even more slick back than it was before. You can see he's like drawn on a little mustache for himself so that he looks cooler. A little spiral mustache. He's got fancy little shoes on that are the only thing that aren't white on his outfit. They're nicely polished. You don't even know how they polish such little shoes. And you see him just sitting there waiting his time in line. And he eventually turns around and sees you two, and he goes, "Oh, well, how wonderful to see you both."
Wonderful to see you again, Dean Mage.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yes. Where is Clyde?
I believe he retired to his quarters for a short amount of time.
Not even making an appearance at his own party? Oh, how scandalous.
How humble.
Yes, and that is just like my favorite student from last year. Great. Well, you look dashing.
Thank
You
you.
clean up quite nice, and you, of course, Ferris.
Oh, you're too kind.
Blue. So blue. Blue this, blue that.
I
How
love
wonderful.
blue.
It's great. It looks great. We got like matching gold designs. Look at
We do.
how splendid. Well, great. I suppose it'll be fun in there. Have you two ever had rich people wine?
No.
It makes me go crazy.
This guy.
I must warn you, I'm an angry drunk.
This little ferryman. He's a very powerful wizard.
I don't really know what to expect at all.
Oh, you've never been to an event like this.
No.
Well, there are going to be very many rich people who think they know what they're talking about, and some of them do and some of them don't. Will you know the difference? Absolutely not. And that's all right. There will be so much food. More food than anybody could feasibly eat. Except for maybe you, pointing to London. There will be many people dancing. People may ask you to dance while you're going. There will be speeches and people talking and people who think they're better than you and people who are better than you. And it'll be fun. Just dance and drink and eat and have a good time.
Will there be other elk? She
Elk?
motions to Oliver.
Oh my goodness. I didn't see this one last time. Well, nice to meet you. He gives him a little pat on his head. He goes, meh.
Your elk is secretly a cow.
I don't know what noises elk make.
Not that.
Definitely
They
not
make like a
that.
high-pitched whistling noise.
Yeah. Well, I can't do that. So
Just
this
scream
elk,
in the studio.
this elk goes, meh. He's a special elk.
Magic elk.
Magic
cow
elk.
elk, yeah.
Magic cow elk. He goes, oh, how wonderful. Well, I don't think so, but I mean, I can I can make more elk if we want some.
You can make more elk?
I mean, I know many magics.
If you see us do this, and I'll make the hand signal.
Oh, like little elk horns on your head.
If you see Clyde doing that,
Great.
make more elk.
Make more. How many more elk?
As many as you can.
Okay.
Even he's like,
Yeah.
ooh, I don't know. I don't know about that.
Well, we'll see after a couple glasses of rich people wine if I'll be making many elk.
That's what it says on the bottle. It
Yeah,
says rich people wine.
That is the brand, is rich people wine.
Symptoms include many elk.
It's great. Yeah. It's just like, all right. Well, and you guys get to the front of the line, and he goes, my name is Archibald Mage. Yes, that Dean Mage. Great, wonderful. And he gets led inside, and you see an automaton go, name?
Is there like a list? Oh,
Name?
London, Yorkshire.
London, Yorkshire. No, sorry.
York.
Oh,
Yeah.
there it is. Go on inside.
Thank you.
Name?
Ferris and Oliver Lichtwald.
Ferris. I see Ferris and animal.
That would be us.
Wonderful. Go on in.
All right. She'll be patting Oliver on the back and be like, they don't mean that.
Man. Great. You guys walk inside, and you see there's already upwards of 300 people in this building, in this grandiose ballroom that has 2 winding staircases that lead up to this big balcony that overlooks everybody, that various people are standing on. You can see a microphone set up in the middle, but it doesn't seem to have anybody speaking in it yet. You can see pictures of various different family members from the Dieter, the Dieter clan.
Scared to say it.
From the Dieter clan.
Episode's done.
Get out of here.
We're done.
We're done.
Never coming back.
That episode's gonna be like 30 minutes long.
Oliver explodes.
Dita. You see various different lineages of what you'd assume is the Dieter lineages, generations on generations. You can see what you presume is Clyde's father, and one that looks kind of like him, but not quite, that is just underneath him. In the generational line, lined across these walls, there is a gigantic food table with all the food you could think of. Rich people food that you've never even touched before. So many crepes. Lining this table, there is a full stocked bar, and you could see an automaton in a different outfit than the rest of the automatons to indicate he's a bartender. He's wearing just a black shirt and some black pants with an apron wrapped around as he's mixing drinks at like a perfect frequency for people. And then there's the giant dance floor and some bards playing classical music as people dance around on a stage far off in the distance underneath this balcony. What are you two doing as you enter?
I want to eat some food.
I'll go with you.
All right.
You could see Dean Mage is beelining for the bar. And you guys get over to the table. You can see this blonde woman in a big green puffy dress that seems to be blocking everybody else, kind of gives you guys a side eye and cocks her eyebrow as you walk over. You can feel the judgment even through her mask as you step over there, but she kind of just keeps to herself as you guys start grabbing food from the table.
What sorts of food do they have?
They got everything you can think of. They got a variety of fruits. There's various different meats, similar to what Clyde ate for dinner. There's like hams and turkeys and steaks. Every kind of meat. There's vegetarian options. There's a variety of cheeses, a whole cheese plate.
Yeah, what's the most expensive cheese I can see?
Oh boy, time to test my cheese knowledge. I'm gonna look up the most expensive cheese.
Big cheddar.
Grabs the entire wheel.
It's called peel cheese.
Okay.
It's from 60% Balkan donkey milk and 40% goat's milk. Huh.
All right.
Little cheese. You see this little cheese, little white cheese sitting down. It looks expensive.
I'm grabbing some of that
You
cheese.
grab some of that cheese.
Saving some for later, saving some for my mouth right now.
It's worth $1,300
Oh.
per kilogram.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And he's just shoving
Shoving
in the
that.
pocket.
Yeah. People are just kind of watching on in horror. You see automatons immediately come and replace that cheese as you switch it up. Just an unlimited stack of cheese. It's designed in this like pyramid-esque variety of cheese all the way up to the top. It like is unreachable to some of the guests, but not to you because you're 6'8".
The Dieter family coffers take a noticeable hit from that cheese.
Yeah, they're like, how did we spend 1 billion gold in cheese? Anyway, yeah, you start stacking cheese. What are you getting, Ferris?
I might like grab a couple grapes and just kind of like very nonchalantly pop them into my mouth and try to see if there's anybody I can like make smooth conversation with.
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, you're just the nearest person, or are
Yeah.
you looking for someone in specific?
Well, yeah, like anybody that seems interesting.
You want like an emo boy?
Maybe
Or just-
someone in darker attire.
Okay. Sure. You see this person who has very nicely combed back black hair with much like London, a single strand that's starting to fall in front of their face that you could see them pull back. They have a crow's mask on and are dressed in a fully black suit and are dancing with this woman who just judged you, although they have this very neutral look on their face like they didn't want to dance with this woman. And the song eventually ends and they break away, slowly making their way to the table.
I'll approach Crowman.
Okay, great. You approach Crowman. He hasn't really caught your eye or anything. He's not paying attention to you
Yeah.
in any way yet as he starts grabbing some food from the table.
Good evening.
Oh, good evening.
And how do you know Julian Dieter?
Well, he's a hero.
He sure is.
Do you know him personally?
I'm one of his closest comrades.
Great. I went to school with him.
Really?
Yes.
That crow guy down there.
Holy shit! Okay, I haven't seen you in years.
Did you also study illusion magic?
No, I didn't.
Then what did you study?
I was kind of everywhere. Some illusion, some enchantment, configuration, stuff like that. I didn't have one specific thing. I was shooting for the stars, you know.
I see. And what's a wizard like you to do with all that magic?
And not get the best spot in the school, unfortunately, you know. But happy for him. So happy for him.
I see.
Yeah. Anyway, close colleagues. It's great.
Well, may I dance with you?
Yeah, of course, yeah. He kind of takes you off to dance.
Yeah.
Have you ever practiced ballroom dancing before?
Not exactly, no.
Oh, great. Will you roll performance? You're a paladin. You got higher
Yeah.
charisma. You're fine.
Yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be a 22.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow. You've never done this before, but he's a good leader and you're a good learner. So, like, you catch on really quick. A couple of your steps are messed up at the very beginning, but you eventually catch on and start to ballroom dance the night away. London, you're stuffing your pockets with cheese. And Clyde,
Oh. Yeah.
you're sitting in your room. As you went into your room, what does your childhood room untouched look like?
I think it's very, like, sparse and manicured. And he has like a normal, like, twin bed that has these, like, striped sheets and blankets. And it's all very, like, he didn't really have the choice to, like, customize his room until you turn off the lights. And it has a bunch of glowing stars over the ceiling.
Man,
God, I love him.
I also love him. Are the lights off right now?
Yeah, he walks in, shuts off the lights, and lays on the bed.
Okay. You lay on the bed. It's just as rich and perfect as you remember as you lay there in silence. And you lay there for quite a bit of time. just looking up at the stars above you. And eventually you hear a very timid knock at your door.
He like shoots up and like fixes his hair and turns the lights on, straightens his shoulders and opens the door.
You see your sister standing outside the door. She's dressed in this very fancy white and silver dress that flows down her legs. It looks very similar to your mother's. Almost the same dress, just different coloring. And she has various different blue jewelry.
Wow. It's funny because you keep calling me Julian.
Yeah. And then I said jewelry.
Yeah.
Anyway, jewelry all over her body. And she just she looks sad at you. She goes, well, are you ready?
I don't think I'll ever be ready.
Can you do it?
It depends on what that means. Can I stand up there and tote about how wonderful the Dieter family is? No, I cannot.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna speak from the heart.
Clyde, for once, can't you just do what they ask of you?
No.
It'll be so much easier for everyone.
I'll bet. That would be easier for everyone. Everyone except me.
What's the worst that happens, huh?
They kill me, probably, is the worst that happens.
Yeah, if you go up there and you hate our family name.
But then I died doing things for myself.
Okay, but you don't do anything for us.
Why should I?
Why shouldn't you? I always looked out for you.
How?
How? I gave up all of my hopes and dreams just in the hopes that you could pursue yours.
I don't believe you.
Well, you don't have to.
How come you didn't say anything when we were sitting at the dinner table?
Because what happens then?
You stand up for me?
I stand up for you and I lose everything. I'm not like you. I didn't get to go to school for 25 years and then run away and be somebody new.
Why not?
Because what would have happened then? They would have hunted me down or hunted you down, or everything would have went on our brother more than it already does, because I care about people. Clyde, if you go up there and you do that, you ruin more than just our parents. And I'm not telling you that you have to be some pawn. I want you to be a hero and do this and get the grandiose balls like you deserve, because you do. But just think about it a little bit.
But where does it end? How long do we keep letting them be the way that they are? How long do we keep letting them just be evil?
I can try to fix it. When they die, who takes over?
That's not how it works. It's going to be Aloysius Jr.
I can try.
Well, this is me trying.
All right. Fine. I can't stop you.
No one can.
She just looks sad and she starts walking down. She goes, well, they're waiting for you.
Okay.
Okay.
He sort of like fixes all of his clothes and heads out.
Great. You head out and you start walking. Are you following your sister as she walks?
No. I let her go off by herself, and then I start walking.
Okay, sounds good. Are you going through the main doors of the ballroom, or are you going into, like, where the balcony, where the stage would be?
I'm going to do exactly what they want me to do.
Okay.
100% grand entrance where they want me to go.
Fantastic, yeah. So they want you to do this big old speech leading to the top of the balcony with this microphone with, the band playing you in. And you eventually get to the doors of this big balcony. You can hear music playing inside, people laughing and talking. The night's starting to dwindle down, and you can tell that there's thousands of people watching you. And You are standing outside these big old doors. Nobody's out here with you. They're all standing up on top of this balcony, smiling and waving at people, cheering. And eventually, Ferris and London... Ferris, you're dancing. London, you're eating cheese. You hear tap-tap on the microphone up top, and Aloysius Sr.'s voice go, "Ladies and gentlemen, what an incredible showing of people tonight. I have to say that I am so very proud of the man my son, Julian, is becoming. And I'm so excited to host this night for him after him doing a fantastic, heroic deed that he did. He has a couple words to share with you tonight about this experience, the past couple of years, him going to school, working hard, and becoming somebody who's worth holding our name. So I'd love to introduce you tonight to my son, Julian Dieter." People start cheering. London and Pharys, you're in this crowd of people clapping and cheering. Aloysius just kind of stands to the side, waiting for your entrance up top.
I straighten up and I walk in, and I walk up to the microphone, sort of put my hands like on the banister. Thank you, everyone, for coming to this grand party to honor me. He starts choking a little bit. And he does that thing that like kids do, where he like looks out at the crowd looking for any of them.
Roll perception.
Okay.
You're perceptive, boy. You'll probably
very perceptive. Yeah, 26.
You can spot Pharys, who is in the middle of dancing with this crow guy that looks vaguely familiar as the person who was competing with you to get valedictorian at the school.
No, in this world,
Hey,
it's valid
shut
Victorian.
Valedictorian. You're a valid Victorian. Valedictorian at the school is standing there, both looking up at you. Pharys, what are you looking like as you're looking up at Clyde?
I'm probably just going to be paying attention to what he's saying.
Great. Just like complete attention on you, watching you kind of choke. You look over to the side and you see London, who has, pockets obviously full of cheese.
He's noticeably like larger.
Yeah. And London, what are you looking like looking up at Clyde?
Yeah, you see him pop like, it's an expensive cheese in his mouth.
Yeah.
And then he'll give you a little wave.
He straightens up just a little bit more. Well, I don't know to talk too much about heroics. I just did what I thought was right, and I suppose my path leading up to this is what instilled in me the confidence and the skill to pull off such a venture. And they say that blood is thicker than water. And he looks down into his glass of wine, and he sees his reflection.
That rich people wine.
Yeah, that delicious rich people wine. He sees his reflection, and he sees the bags on his eyes. And a perceptive person will notice the illusion turn back on, and his eyes are full and bright.
Yeah, you two could very much tell the difference. Yeah.
He says, "But water runs twice as fast, and here I am making waves despite the efforts of my blood to slow me down. So I raise my glass to the room," and he raises his glass.
People start to raise their glass. People without drinks hurry and rush over to get a cup. Are you trying to get a drink to raise, either of you?
I'll grab one for me and for Crow Guy.
Okay, sounds good.
I'll raise the cheese.
Fantastic. You watch as Pharys raises a glass and London raises his cheese.
Raise my glass up. "Excluding all but the select few who deserve my respect. Two people who I barely know, and yet their lives I hold in such high regard that no mountain of money could get you even close enough to glimpsing the edge of the pedestal." And I turn to my father. I say, "Julien Dieter is a great man, but Clyde is his better in every way. and I pour the wine on the ground.
Will you roll wisdom saving throw for me?
What's my wisdom?
Your wisdom's good.
It is really good, but I
Yeah.
need to know exactly how good.
Uh-huh. Because your dad's magic might just be better.
21?
Ooh, 21 is good. Hold on. Jesus Christ, my keyboard isn't working anymore.
I guess it doesn't happen. So what?
All right, man. Calm it down now.
I would assume he's not within 10 feet of me. Right.
A 21
Mhm.
does succeed. You see as your father quietly goes, "You better fix this." And you could feel as his magic tries to take over your body, but it falls flat again. As you're not Julian anymore, all right? You're Clyde now, and Clyde isn't Alyosha's son.
Yeah.
And you withstand this. You guys roll perception, both of you, for me. What'd you get?
11.
11?
15.
15? Yeah, sure. I'll let both of you see. You could very obviously tell, like, something magical was happening up top with them two, but Clyde still looks okay for right now.
I look him dead in the eyes, and then I turn back to the crowd.
Uh-huh.
I turn my back to Aloysius, and I say, "To the Dita family of the world's greatest enchanters, only such a high class could produce a wizard such as myself." And I put the glass down and I walk away.
Oh, fantastic. Great. I have to look one thing up really fast. Oh, lordy.
You guys want to hear an elk bugle?
An elk bugle?
Hey, thanks for listening to the episode so far. I hope you're enjoying the Quest Board's first recorded campaign, The Rats Invited. I wanted to just take a second to thank a few people. Thank you to Ryan McDonald, a member of the local film community here in Utah, and he hosts a movie night at the Funk and Dive Bar every Monday night. Thank you to RadioFreeKerbin, a good friend of mine and Twitch streamer who's been extremely supportive along the way. Also, thank you to KWCR and Studio 76, who allow us to use their recording studio and to post on their Spotify. We wouldn't be able to do this without them at all. And thank you to you for listening. There's no reason to make a podcast unless people are listening, and I'm glad you're enjoying it. I don't want to take up too much of your time, though, so I'll let you get back to the Rats Invited.
I hope you know that speech. Gave me chills, dude.
Thank you. I was like shaking.
It's good.
Ferris and... not Clyde, sorry. London.
Yep.
Will you roll wisdom saving throws for me?
Yeah. That's not great. That's cocked.
Isn't.
It was. I didn't roll good anyways.
24.
Great.
5.
Oh,
Oof, oof, oof.
Great.
you're not within 10 feet of me?
5 oofs in the chat, please.
5 oofs in the chat, please. You aren't immune to being charmed, right? Just making sure.
No.
Great.
Definitely not. I'm not an elf.
Fantastic. You hear a voice in your head go, "Well, I don't think you want to give Clyde any attention for the rest of the night. Yeah?" And you feel as if you don't want to give Clyde any attention for the rest of the night.
Too busy with my cheeses and stealing things. I can't give him
Fantastic.
attention.
Ferris,
This changes nothing.
Ferris, you get this voice in your head as well, but you're like, what the hell? Why would I do that? You know? Like,
That's so rude.
great. Clyde, where are you going?
I'm going down to the party.
Fantastic. Go down to the party.
Yeah.
The bards are like kind of awkward. They were awkwardly playing through that and like stuttered out a little bit towards the end, but then they continue kicking it up again, trying to move on with the stuff. And you go down into the party, and there's a lot of people that are like, "Hey, Clyde, hey!" And there's some people that are just completely avoiding you and not talking to you, but you don't need everybody's attention.
Yeah. Clyde's smile is real now as
Fantastic.
he walks around.
Great. Where are you going?
Get some of that cheese.
Great. You walk over to where London is, who is stealing his cheese. Stealing is a loose term. Taking his cheese. And London, you can feel like as Clyde's presence comes over to you, and you're not supposed to give Clyde any attention for the rest of the night.
I gotta steal some things. He'll immediately walk away
'Kay.
to a hallway.
Great.
Interesting. I start eating cheese, and I like turn around and I like lean one elbow on the table and I like watch the party while I eat some cheese.
Fantastic. Ferris, you're continuing to dance with this crow boy. Do you have anything you want to talk to him about, really? Or are you just dancing?
I don't think I ever got your name.
Oh. I don't think I did either. You know, I should just have it pulled up all the time.
I'm Crowman.
Well, I'm
Crow
crow.
man.
Stupid.
Stupid. Could you not
Ken.
guess?
Idiot.
Kel.
Everyone has like hello, my name is. Like,
He goes, my name's Elray.
Elray.
Yep.
That's an exciting name.
Thanks. And yours?
Ferris.
Ferris. Great. And you see his eyes kind of like look over and see Clyde at the table, and he goes, well, looks like your colleague is down here now.
Oh, I suppose I have to go congratulate him.
Right. Of course. Have fun.
It's been an honor.
Right. You walking over to Clyde?
Yeah.
Great.
Ferris, how are you doing?
I'm doing quite well. I've been having such a splendid time so far.
You know, that's great. That's great. Things went well, I think.
I believe so as well. That was such a nice speech.
Oh, from your perspective, I'll bet it is, yeah.
Do you feel any better?
In the same way that if I had a knife in my chest and I had just pulled the knife out, I would feel a little better. Yes.
Well, I suppose if you need anyone to clean up the wounds, I'm here to help.
That's so kind of you. Where'd London go?
London.
Hey there.
Hey there. You are trying to rob things?
Oh, yeah.
There is so many things you can take in this
Yeah,
building.
I've become aware that the automatons are probably their security system, so I'm going to try to avoid them as much as possible.
Right. You walk out into this hallway. There seems to be an automaton by like almost every door, pretty much. There's like some very fancy vases. There's various different rooms you can get in and out of. But there's a lot of automatons out here.
Do I see that they move in any sort of schedule?
They're just standing in
Just
front of
stand
doors.
there?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no movement happening.
Hey, was I supposed to get some kind of advantage because of my dragonness for anything?
I am.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Just am.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to scout out where I think the most wealth would be procured.
The most wealth
Yes.
in this building?
Yes.
I mean, probably the ballroom. But
Yeah.
if otherwise, I mean, where would the most wealth be? I mean, maybe in one of the rooms, like the guest rooms that are in this building. It's rich people, really rich people staying in here. Any of the hallways have like priceless paintings and vases, and like even the silver plated stuff all around the place is like real silver. Like if you pick something off of the walls, you would get real stuff. You could even take an automaton and sell it for money. Like everything is worth a lot here.
There's like a kid's room that has a ball pit that's filled with Fabergé eggs.
That's disgusting. What are you doing?
I'm just going to kind of saunter down the hallway. And I'm going to test some things.
Okay.
If I just walk past like a little table, just grab something gold and shiny off of it,
Yeah.
sleight of hand, try to do it stealthily.
Yeah.
Does this automaton notice?
You're just trying. You're not going to actually take it, or are you going to actually take
No, I'm going to take it.
it? Okay, roll sleight of hand.
That's a 22.
You can take it.
Doesn't look like he made a
No, he's just standing there.
beautiful. I'm going to keep doing that.
Fantastic. Just walking down.
Oh, yeah.
Roll another sleight of hand.
I'm just going to look like I'm admiring the views.
Grand.
That's a 29.
29? Really comfy grabbing stuff.
Real comfy grabbing stuff.
You can grab a handful of stuff that will probably rack you up to like 500 gold.
Oh, I'm going to keep
if
doing
you
it.
sell it, of course.
Yeah, I'm going to keep doing it.
You're going to keep doing it. Eventually, as you're going and you're taking things, you see this woman with, blonde hair tied back into nice braids, who looks an awfully lot like Clyde, dressed in this white and silver dress that flows down her body, kind of looks at you. She looks like she's been crying for a period of time. She just goes, "Oh, hey,
Hello.
so sorry. Are you having a good time?"
What are you sorry for?
And she kind of like waves her hand in front of her face, and she looks just fine again. She goes, "Nothing. Sorry. What are you doing out here?"
I was just admiring the view.
"Oh, it's beautiful."
I haven't been in any place like this.
"Right. Well, would you like to dance with me?"
I would love that. I don't know how to dance.
"I'll show you. It's okay." And she walks you back into the ballroom.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Got about 500 gold worth of stuff.
Cool.
If you sell it. Julian, and Ferris, you're chilling in here. You guys are sitting by the food table. Is there anything specific you guys would like to go do? There's a bar. There's people dancing. There's bards. There's the balcony. The mic is open now.
Do some stand-up.
Yeah. What's up, y'all? I'm just going to do a quick tight 5.
That's good.
I don't know. I guess I'll just sort of mingle with anyone who does want to talk to me.
Fantastic. There's only a handful of people. Weirdly, people are being very, distant from you. But, I mean, you could probably figure that you made kind of a weird speech, so people might just be being distant for no reason.
That's fine.
Yeah. And you eventually run into a guy that you kind of vaguely remember. It's this dwarven man. He's wearing a nice, just simple black and white suit as you walk over, and he goes, "Dude, it's good to see ya."
Now, hold on. I don't think I ever caught your name, but that dude is really familiar.
Yeah, it sure is. And he kind of pulls back a sleeve and shows you the brand, in secrecy, and pulls it back down.
Hey, what the hell? What are you doing here?
"Well, I was invited."
That can't be true.
"Well, it sure is. I got in here, didn't I?"
Why?
"Well, I got sent an invitation.
From who?
From, I don't know, whoever sends out the invitation for your family."
Okay, so what do you do, in your day-to-day life?
My day-to-day?
Yeah.
Well, I do odd jobs here and there.
Yeah, see, that's not the kind of thing that would get you invited to
I'm
this sort
unemployed.
Yeah, that's not at all. There's not a well, I guess they're all unemployed,
Well,
but they're rich people unemployed.
I'm employed by important people sometimes. So maybe that's why.
I don't know about that.
Dude, can't we just have a good time?
No, we can. I just want to get to the bottom of
Your
why.
speech was really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah, no worries.
All right.
And he holds out his hand for a shake.
I shake his
He
hand.
goes, "My name's Thew.
Thu.
Thew, Thew.
That is a hard name to say with my accent.
Thew.
Thu.
You can call me T if that's easier for you.
All right.
Or Stu.
Stu's worse. All right.
Right.
All right, T.
All right. You want to dance, bro? And he starts doing random dance moves.
Oh man. I'm all right.
Party pooper. So this is your family.
They were, yeah.
Ooh, tough subject.
This guy.
Well, dude. And he hands you his glass of wine. I'm gonna go party.
Hey man, yeah, you party it up. You have the time of your life, all right?
But you sure? I get pretty crazy.
I know.
Well, if I have the stamp of approval, and he stamps where his brand
That
is.
sucks. Stop doing that.
He goes, "No worries," and he starts walking away.
Yeah, hey man, open bar. Have fun.
Yeah. And he starts walking.
I drink my wine.
You watch as London and Helvetica walk inside with each other and start dancing.
Oh,
How well do I dance?
Roll performance perception. Imagine.
Perceive it.
What'd you get?
A 19.
A 19? You dance pretty good. Once again, she's a pretty good teacher. So you're fine. She was raised in this life. You're not very good at first, but she eventually gets you there, and you eventually merge in with the rest of the people dancing. Clyde, what you doing, bud?
I like watch them like that's a weird one.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be a weird one for a bit.
Yeah. It's gonna be a weird one for a bit. Yeah, and she kind of looks at you. She goes, "So you know my brother, then?"
Yeah, we met, just a few days ago.
Oh. Does he have any other friends besides you guys?
Well, I mean, we were on the job,
Oh. Okay.
but no, he's my friend. I don't...
Uh-huh.
I don't know.
Is he okay?
That's a loaded question.
Do you think he's okay?
Not particularly. No.
That's what I was worried about.
I mean, he seemed better up on stage after he was done.
I'm sure he did.
Oh.
Nothing. None of your business. Sorry, just wanted to check in. He's not really talking to me like he used to.
Alright.
Anyway, you're doing great.
Thank you.
She keeps dancing with you. Ferris, what are you doing?
I think she's going to the bar, and I think she's going to have a really good time with this rich people wine.
Great. How much rich people wine are you drinking?
I'd say she's probably like 3 glasses deep at this point.
3 glasses?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's really good.
I'm not going to make you roll. I'm just going to say you're drunk.
I am drunk.
Yeah.
This is high class, strong stuff.
Yeah.
Rich people get wasted, man.
Yeah. You're absolutely drunk.
Perfect.
Out of your mind. What are you doing after you get drunk? You see Dean Mage just like, he's been sipping on 1 glass, but he's a tiny little man.
Yeah, there's like
Yeah.
like a really concerning amount gone
Yeah.
for how big he is.
He's very old.
Oh, my goodness.
But he kind of goes, "Oh, hello there.
Fancy seeing you here.
Oh, fancy seeing you here. Here, come dance with me." And he holds his little hands out.
She puts out her 2 index
Oh.
fingers.
And he kind of flies back to the dance floor, like pulling you back, but not
Yeah.
actually, you know.
I'm stumbling. Great sword is like swinging at my side.
You have your sword.
Of course I have my sword with me.
That's so funny.
Yeah, and he kind of walks you back, and he just goes, "How are you liking it?"
Oh, I quite enjoy it.
Oh, how wonderful. This is so good for us.
It's so good.
I think it's very bad for Clyde.
What makes you say that?
I mean, he kind of just freaked out on his family.
You don't say.
I do say.
You do say.
I did say that. Yes. His father is very scary.
Really? I've never met him.
Did you see him up there? Horrifying.
Oh, do you think we could go talk to him?
Talk to him.
I don't suppose.
That sounds like a horrible idea. Let's do it. Let's go. Come on. Roll perception.
6.
6? Yeah. Clyde, you watch as you're just like scanning the crowd. London dancing with your sister, and Ferris and Dean Mage beelining it. Very badly, trying to wade through the crowd to your father.
Clyde, he's like, and he starts following, sort of
Hand to mouth.
Yeah, not close behind. He's sort of trailing to make sure that they don't get magically exploded or anything.
Yeah, you walk a fair distance behind, keeping an eye on them, and you eventually make your way to Alyosha's, and he's dead staring behind you at Clyde. And Dean Mage goes, "Sir, You go.
Good evening, sir.
And you see, as Elias just puts on this big old fake smile, and she goes, well, good evening.
My name's Ferris.
You're one of, Julian's guests, right?
I am.
Oh, how great. Well, I'm charmed.
Really?
Yeah, to meet you.
Oh, how kind of you.
Right, Dean Mage, always good to see you. And he's just like, ooh.
I love your house.
Thank you.
It's so big
It is.
and full of useless things.
Well, everything has a use.
You have so many bed sheets.
Yeah.
My elk ate some of them, and they were
Excuse me?
replaced.
Your elk? And Oliver
Yes.
walks
He's
up.
right here.
Oh no. Well, I hope you have a great time at the party.
Me too. Would you like to pet him?
I am alright. Nothing against. I'm just a little allergic, is all.
Allergic?
Just a little.
Oh, and she looks at D-Maid and she goes, that's not good.
Not whispering, but like trying to whisper. He goes, he's lying. He's lying.
I'm going to sort of appear out of the crowd.
Yeah.
Ferris, would you like to dance?
I would love
Let's
to.
go deep into the middle of the ballroom and have a dance.
I love that idea.
Yes, and I drag you away.
Oliver, talk to your new friend. And she's just going to go off.
That's fine. I take Ferris.
You guys start dancing?
Yeah.
Great. You guys are dancing. London, you, and Clyde's sister are dancing. And as this dance happens with inebriated Ferris, Dean Mage is kind of flying around, both of your guys' group, just like singing along to the music. Your dad is staring you dead in the eyes.
That's fine.
And eventually you guys hear the mic click one more time. And you guys see this big red hobgoblin woman.
Oh, God.
Dressed in this very nice red suit. That has Izzy, calm yourself
sorry.
down.
Take a lap.
Take a lap.
Okay.
This very nice suit, standing up top, and she goes, hello, everyone. I know not all of you know who I am, but I was looking for 3 very special people. One is our very own Julian, or Clyde. One being London, Yorkshire, and one being Ferris, Lichtwald. I have a special gift for those 3, so if everyone could help show them out to the hallways, I would very much appreciate that. Thank you for your time.
Might I say, uh-oh.
Uh-oh. And people start to try to push you guys out into the halls.
Clyde, what do we do?
I don't know. I don't know if this is good or bad. I still haven't figured that out.
I've got a plan if it goes bad.
You're not talking to Clyde.
Just Ferris.
Just Ferris.
Oh, yeah. I'm not talking to Clyde. I have a plan if it goes bad.
I'm going to put my hands kind of above my head in the elk signal, this kind of plan?
No. It's just, let's go.
All right.
Okay. I follow your lead.
Great. You guys walk out into the hallway, and you see just Stock standing there, with an automaton a little bit off to the side. She goes, hi.
Stock?
Good to see you all.
Yeah.
Lovely to see you again.
Uh-huh.
Gonna pat Ferris's shoulder.
So, the box.
Mm-hmm.
It got into somebody else's hands.
Well,
Mm-hmm.
we delivered it as per the contract to Killen.
Right.
And then something went awry,
She kind of looks down at the scales on your neck.
I'm wearing a big puff tie.
Oh, I forgot. She doesn't.
I put that in my costume on
You're
purpose.
right.
Then something went awry, of which we are not completely sure what happened. And some complications happened. But we delivered it as per our contract to Killin' Truehell.
Well, we have that somebody had it before Killin' Truehell had it. Somebody else that wasn't one of you touched and had access to the box.
Oh, it was... Yes, but we got it back right away. He was... some creep.
I asked you one simple task. To deliver the box and let nobody else touch it or interfere with it. And somehow the box got to Killin, but wasn't received by Killin, and the box was also interacted with by somebody else. Does that sound like the job I asked you to do?
Hey, you said in the very beginning that there could be complications.
I did. I'm sorry that I had some hope that you guys would do a bit better with those complications.
We're sorry.
Nah. No, we're not sorry.
And she kind of takes a step towards you guys, and you hear robotic feet just walk over and step in between you guys, and he goes, I'm sorry! You cannot interfere with our guest having a good time. And she tries to, like, move the automaton out of the way, and he just stays stock still and kind of turns his head unnaturally 180 back to you guys and goes, Please go back to the party. I will handle this from here.
I don't like that. It's okay. We're just having a conversation.
She was coming at you quite aggressively.
That's all right. If she does it again, or then yeah, step in. But it's a misunderstanding.
Okay, and he takes a step back. And Stalk takes a step forward, less menacingly this time, and she goes, Who received the box?
In the end,
Yes.
Killin' Truehell.
I know that isn't true.
It is. Delivered it to his residence.
You became a hero from this big, shining light that blew up part of a museum. And Killin never received what was inside of the box.
Correct.
Who did?
I never looked inside. I don't know what was in there.
Roll deception.
Okie dokie.
I've got my hand on my little magical item.
Okay.
My little dust of disappearance. If things go bad, we're
Fantastic.
poofing into nowhere.
16.
16? I'm gonna roll against you. Oh no. She goes, And you two, you don't know who got the contents of this box.
Things blew up after we delivered it, and now we're here.
And you?
I never got to look inside.
Roll deception, both of you. With disadvantage, Mandy.
Oh, rats.
That's right. Rat.
We sure are.
All rats.
Oops, all rats.
Oops, all rats. Oh no.
It's a 23.
23?
Gonna be a
Dang.
9.
Yeah, that makes sense. That tracks.
Yeah.
And she steps towards you, specifically Ferris. She goes, Ferris Lichtwald. Boys, and she kind of waves her hand, and you see two more people kind of step out, one with a pair of handcuffs. You are under arrest for taking property from the Sweetwater mines.
I never got to look inside the box.
And that's where we're going to leave off tonight.
Oh, man.
That's pretty good.
I never got to look inside the box.